Theories of first language acquisition.
1. Behaviorist theory. According to behaviorist theory, language acquisition occurs through imitation and reinforcement. They argue that children learn language by imitating others and being rewarded or punished for their linguistic behaviors. This theory does not account for the creativity and complexity of language acquisition. An example of this could be a child observing their parents saying please when they want something and being rewarded with the desired item. As a result, the child begins to imitate this behavior and uses the word please to express their own desires in order to receive positive reinforcement. In the classroom, teachers can use positive reinforcement techniques such as praise, rewards, and encouragement to reinforce correct language use. Additionally, providing clear and structured language input with repetition and review can help students acquire language skills. 2. Innatist theory. Innatist theorists, including Noam Chomsky, propose that humans are born with an innate ability to acquire language. They argue that there must be a universal grammar or language acquisition device, LAD, that enables children to acquire language regardless of the specific language spoken around them. For instance, a baby born in Spain will naturally acquire the Spanish language, even if their parents speak a different language at home. This supports the idea of a universal grammar or language acquisition device that enables children to acquire language without explicit instruction. In the classroom, teachers can create a language-rich environment with ample opportunities for students to listen to and interact with language. Encouraging students to engage in meaningful conversations, providing authentic reading materials, and utilizing resources like language immersion programs can support language acquisition based on innatist theory.
Interactionist theory. Lev Vygotsky. Interactionist theory emphasizes the importance of social interaction and scaffolding in language development. Interactionist theories like Jean Piaget and Lev Vygotsky emphasize the influence of both nature and nurture in language acquisition. They propose that children acquire language through a combination of cognitive development, social interaction, and exposure to language input from their environment. An example of this theory in action could be a child's learning of new words from their caregiver during a shared reading session. The interaction and joint attention between the caregiver and child, as well as the exposure to language-rich activities, contribute to the child's language development. In the classroom, teachers can foster language acquisition by promoting collaborative learning activities, such as group work and peer discussions. Teachers can also provide a scaffolding support, such as modeling and guiding students through the use of prompts or questions, to help students progress in their language skills. 4. Cognitive theory. Cognitive theory suggests that language acquisition is closely linked to cognitive development. The theory focuses on the role of cognitive abilities in language acquisition. For example, a child's developing memory capacity allows them to store and recall new words they have encountered. As their memory improves, they can retrieve words from their mental lexicon more easily and incorporate them into their own language production. Teachers can apply this theory by designing activities that cater to different stages of cognitive development. For example, using manipulatives or visual aids to support language comprehension in younger learners, or engaging in critical thinking discussions with older students can foster language development based on cognitive theory. 5. Social interactionist theory by Brunner. According to social interaction theory, language learning is facilitated through social interaction and collaboration. In social interactionist theory, language acquisition is seen as a social process influenced by social interactions. For instance, a child's ability to learn new words and language structures may be enhanced through a scaffolding provided by a more knowledgeable adult or peer. Scaffolded interactions, where the adult provides support and gradually reduces it as the child becomes more competent, facilitate language development. Classroom practices such as cooperative learning groups, debates, and role plays can provide opportunities for students to engage in meaningful interactions and develop their language skills. Teachers can also encourage peer feedback and encourage students to learn from one another. 6. Constructionist theory. Constructionist theory emphasizes the role of neural networks and patterns in language acquisition. The theory suggests that language acquisition involves constructing mental representations of linguistic structures. For example, a child might overgeneralize a grammatical rule that they have learned. If they have learned that adding ed to a verb creates the past tense, they might say eated instead of ate, based on their understanding of the rule. This shows how children actively construct their own interpretation of language rules based on their exposure to language input. In the classroom, teachers can utilize technology tools and software that provide adaptive learning experiences. These tools can adapt to individual student needs, providing personalized language instruction and practice based on the connectionist theory.